entrepreneurs, or if entrepreneurship is a subject that can be taught. Well, Ms. Pradnya Godbole and the deAsra Foundation are working not only to debunk that myth, but to also help and inspire entrepreneurs to achieve their dreams. After an extremely successful 16-year career in the software industry, wherein she held various management roles with companies such as Cognos, based in Canada, as well as Persistent, based in Pune, Ms. Godbole decided to expand her horizons. She jumped on the opportunity to lead a unique social initiative to promote entrepreneurship and joined the deAsra Foundation in 2013. Ms. Godbole thrives to apply her corporate learning on technology, processes, and scale to achieve the goals of the foundation. Without any further delay, it gives me great honor to introduce Ms. Pradnya Godbole.
Thanks, Sagar. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to congratulate the Pune Indians chapter, Young Indians chapter, for putting together this event. It's very well organized. What I'm going to do today is talk about the deAsra Foundation and our efforts to promote entrepreneurship, create job creators, and thereby create a disruption in the entire employment scene, if you will. Yeah? I'm going to keep my talk to 10-15 minutes so that I can open it up for Q&A. Yeah? And then we can have a more interactive session. Okay. Let me figure out this laptop. All right. So why is it important? Why is it important that we look at job creation? So if you see, we are a country with a very young population. The youth is sitting in front of me. Some of it is here in this room. As of 2015, our population, half of it is below the age group of 25. So if you think about it, there's about 20 to 25 million people in the age groups from 0 to 25. And to support this population, we are going to have to create between 15 to 18 million jobs in a year, right? This calls for a disruption through creating jobs for the population. So how do we do that? The deAsra Foundation addresses this challenge. So deAsra is a Section 25 company. It's a not-for-profit company founded by Dr. Anand Deshpande of Persistent Systems and his family. In fact, if you look at the name, the deAsra name, there's a funny story behind it. Though it fits well into our mission, the DE stands for Deshpande, A is for Anand, S is for Sonali, R for Riya, and A for Arul, which are his family members. So that's how that name got coined. So the deAsra Foundation has been established through their personal contributions with a target of establishing 100,000 jobs in the next 5 years. Now, after some quick analysis, we realized that creating these 100,000 jobs was not going to be possible by looking at just the job seekers. We had to focus on job creators. India, if you see, or small business in general, is a really powerful engine for growth. So why not use that is what our thought process was. So to quote McKinsey Global Institute study from February 2014, urbanization is bound to happen at a rapid pace in India, and we need to focus on manufacturing, construction, and non-farm services jobs as a driver for growth. So with this in mind, we changed our goal of creating 100,000 jobs to looking at creating at least 25,000 new small businesses, especially focusing on the services sector. So businesses like catering, housekeeping, two-wheeler repairing, beauty salons, etc. Now, each of these businesses typically employs between 4 to 10 employees within their fold. And if we were to set up 25,000 such businesses, automatically we would have reached our 100,000 goal. Now, through conversations with entrepreneurs, we found that they face a lot of challenges. There are some of you here as well, as I understand, who are running your own businesses, and I'm sure you still face those challenges. Processes, systems, and even culture, especially in these parts of the country, is not very conducive to promote entrepreneurship. What I'd like to do is show you a short story about Rohit, and through that, a typical dilemma that youth faces when they're trying to start up. And this is where deAsra's work begins. Can you just help me with this, Sagar? I just need to put this on. I just need to go there.
Oops.
I just hit the play button there.
This one?
No?
How do you start the play button?
There's a video there as well. You can put that.
Oh, okay.
This one?
No.
You can put on that video.
This video.
Dude, the campus drive has already begun. Where are you? Awesome. Let's start a nightclub.
Nightclub? Have you gone nuts? Dude, getting a business license is not a joke. You will die getting all the permissions. And nightclub चालू भी कर दिया तो क्या? सारे दोस्त आ जाएंगे फुकट में पार्टी करने?
Cancel.
Rohit beta, where are you? Not coming to gym these days?
Busy starting my own business, Kaki.
Not doing a job? What business you are starting?
My business is becoming a matter of national concern.
Why don't you start a gym, huh? Arey, everybody wants 6 packages these days. See?
6 packages, nahi kaka, 6 packs.
That only.
Gym is also a good idea.
Gym is very good, you know. 5 a.m. your day will start. Early to bed, early to rise. And I will come with my friends also.
5 a.m. Gym cancel.
If you are starting something, count me in.
If not gym, you could consider a poultry then. See how that Venky fellow has become?
Dude, are you coming for the movie tonight?
Janu, at what time will you pick me up?
Rohit, pay the electricity bill today. Rohit, pick up the jeans I've given for alteration. I'll be late.
Good. अगर यही सब काम करता रहूंगा तो बिजनेस कब शुरू करूंगा? Shit, man. deAsra, let me check on the internet. This is pretty cool. Maybe this can help me with my dream of having a business. Hello?
Rohit, your kaka has sent me a message. What is this nonsense about starting your own business? You don't even clean your own room.
Dad, I'm not going to do a job.
What do you know about business? And what business you are going to do?
Dad, give me 2 months. I have found something that will help me answer your all questions.
2 months it is. But I don't want to hear any nonsense.
So this is where deAsra steps in. We help people like Rohit who want to set up their own business right from the business selection step. Just work on it? Yeah. So I'll continue while the presentation comes up. So you saw a glimpse of our site, deAsra.in. So if you go to our site, what you'll see is a range of business ideas from which you can choose from. The user can choose any business, and for each of these businesses, deAsra has done extensive research and put together business templates for each business, which an entrepreneur can use to set up and start off the business, as well as execute the business efficiently. We call each such business a business in a box. Now, because of it being a template, and because, as you know, a template is always repeatable, our idea is that we take this template and we create multiple businesses based on this template. Thank you, Sagar. So this is a snapshot from our site. This is the kind of business ideas that you will see on our site. Now, because of the repeatability that is provided by templatization, our idea is to quickly create 100 businesses of every business type. Now, if we look at 250 such business ideas, do our research for 250, and create 100 instances of each business, we will be able to reach our 25,000 new business setup goal, which right now seems like such a big daunting task. Let me just show you briefly what's in the business in a box. So business template is divided into a 6x6 matrix. Typically the stages that would fall for any business, right from planning to setup to execution. The interface is designed, as you can see, to be very engaging, but at the same time very prescriptive and very easy to use and understand. The planning stage is the most important stage. This is where the financial viability of the business is going to get assessed. What the system provides is the thought process behind doing what we call business modeling, which a layman may not understand. So the system actually talks you through and walks you through the activities that we perform as part of business modeling, things like market research, competitive analysis, and it also allows you to capture the findings. There's an interface by which you can provide financial information to the system as well, and at the end of it, a project report is spewed out by the system. Now this project report is developed by talking to the banks and as per funding agency requirements. So a user can actually take this project report to a bank and start discussions at a financial level directly. Now each template is also built based on a viable case study. So what you'll see is you'll see default values in each of the fields, which makes it easy for the user to understand the process, and he can also use the business plan as is if he wants to run it as if as per the case study. The next step is really the compliances and registrations, which are provided in the legal stage. So no more hassles, which I'm sure all of you all face in terms of what are the compliances registrations I need for a business, where are the forms, who do I have to submit the forms to, what is the process for this whole thing, what are the documents that are required, no more running around trying to find all of that information. All of this is available with us through our research in one spot. We have all the forms, all the processes, all the people that the person for that business needs to go to in terms of registrations. Our back office team for shared services is on board, who will help do the actual registration if an entrepreneur wants, and will also be on board for the long term with the entrepreneur to do any auditing, monitoring, reporting that is required on an ongoing basis. So this takes care of the registrations. Then comes the really important part of funding. We've established understandings with many banks and funding agencies, because of which any proposal that we say is financially viable and that we've gone through it with the entrepreneur has a much higher probability of getting funding. Not only that, the procedures that need to be followed as per the bank or what the bank follows is something that we do as well. We do site inspections, we do candidate visits, we go and do background checks, and with that, essentially the bank is more confident in the proposal that we send to them, and again, this increases the chances of getting the funding. We also have knowledge of all the government schemes and the different eligibility criteria that they fit into. So we can work with different sources of funding and provide the facilitation that's required for the user to get the funding. So let me go quickly ahead. The next couple of steps, and I encourage you to go to the site after this and have a look, but the next couple of steps are really about setting up the business, getting information about the equipment vendors, hiring practices, retention strategies, all of that fun stuff. And you'll get that in the system as well. Now, while all of this is available online, a very key concept of deAsra is the Udyog Mitra. The Udyog Mitra is really the face-to-face relationship that the entrepreneur has with deAsra. He's the friend, the philosopher, and guide to the entrepreneur. He is there, he's got the data, he's got the processes and the knowledge per business to be able to help the entrepreneur as he faces challenges to take corrective actions during the execution. We are going to be with the entrepreneur for the long run. So 2 to 3 years till the business is successful is what we will be engaged with the entrepreneur, and we will monitor his business along with him or her and make sure that he is successful, and that's really where our impact is going to come through from. We essentially want to create a community of entrepreneurs so that they can benefit from shared knowledge. For this, to reach out to current as well as aspiring entrepreneurs, we've launched a magazine, Yashasvi Udyojak, which is available as an annual subscription. And through this, we share news, advice, everything that fits within an entrepreneur ecosystem. So let me just quickly summarize. What are the services that deAsra provides? First of all, answering questions about what can I do? Business plans in a box, which we are going to do 250 of. The Udyog Mitra services, facilitation of funding, back office for shared services, and we are also building a mobile application which will allow a current business to run their entire business off of the mobile phone. Of course, the Yashasvi Udyojak. So I call out to this forum to help us promote entrepreneurship, motivate others, work with us, collaborate with us to promote job creators as against job seekers. You can motivate them through your own success stories. You can work with us at events. We can go out together, create forums for aspiring entrepreneurs, and spread the word that now if anybody wants to go out and set up their own enterprise, there is help in terms of deAsra being there behind them. I would want to stop here in the interest of time. So do you want to do a bit of Q&A, Sagar?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Time? Yeah. So we'll open it up to any questions if anyone has any questions.
Thank you, sir.
We as young Indians would love to partner with you, not only in Pune, but even other parts of the country where we have a presence. So I would just like to question you as to whether you want to make it pan-India or not.
Absolutely. So thanks for that question, sir. Yes, so the only reason we are piloting in Pune is because of the Udyog Mitra concept, where we require that the Udyog Mitra has a face-to-face connect with the entrepreneurs he's working with, and therefore we restrict ourselves to a 2-hour radius around Pune. We are piloting here for the next 3 to 6 months. As soon as we are done Pune district, we want to run outside of Pune, Maharashtra, and then pan-India. And for that, we haven't really planned that far in terms of how we're going to do it, but we're thinking about a franchise kind of a model or setting up similar engines all across India to make that happen.
Manpower, so that when the business model is ready, the right set of manpower is available?
That's a very good question. So his question was about how to get people ready in terms of skills as soon as the business module is ready. So for that, we have partnered now with about 25 training institutes, all in different vocations. And when a candidate comes to us for a particular business, we actually refer him through the training cycle We also are working with institutes who are connected with the NSDC, and our business modules piggyback over on NSDC sectors as well. So with that, we are able to create an entire workflow right from training to getting them into the business side of things.
My question was, so can you, throw some light on that Udyog Mitra concept? So let's say if you have a business with deAsra, how's the selection process? Do they come to you, or are you selective in your? That would be my first question. So do you select businesses, or do you just take everybody who comes to you?
So ideally, we would want people who are interested in the business ideas we've researched.
Okay.
That's because we have extensive knowledge through our research about each of those business ideas. That's not to say that if somebody comes in who does not fit within those 250 businesses, we will turn them away. We have a very strong team on board. We have 2 bankers who have retired, so they've got 30-35 years in the banks. We've got a person from the District Industries Center who's also 30-35 years into the game. So they, in general, know everything about other businesses as well. However, the 250 businesses that we will do, we will collect all the forms and documents and processes and everything and keep everything ready. So there may just be more to give in terms of those businesses than the others.
So if you just have an idea, it can be picked up and it can be stamped as a deAsra, recommended business. And it can go forward from there. It doesn't have to be an established idea. As an established business, it can just be an idea.
It can be an idea, it can be a current business that is started off, business is already going on and they want to improve the processes maybe, or diversify or do other things with the business. It could fall into that, or it could be an idea where, it's not part of the business ideas that we are currently working on, but it's an idea and it needs to be taken forward, and we very much accommodate those.
It's a fantastic initiative, I must say. Where are you based out in Pune?
We run out of persistent offices off of Null Stop on Karve Road, and very soon we'll shift probably to the Bhagirath office, which is on Senapati Bapat Road.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Last question?
Good evening, ma'am.
Last question.
It was wonderful listening to you. My question is, do you have a success story? Like, has anybody done something with deAsra and has that business model been into a successful business yet? I just wanted to know that.
Yeah, that's a good question. So we launched in February. So February 7th, in fact, the clip you saw was from that event. From then to now, we already have 4 success stories. 1 in photography, 1 in spice making, 1 in fashion designing, and another one, I forget that. So 4 of them have already got funding and have already started their businesses. We have people in the pipeline. Yeah, success to them. We have people in the pipeline who are right now in the financial viability stage, where we're working with them to make sure that the project is going to be viable, and they will soon enter into their project start phase. On an average, if you look at the number of people we're engaged with in the past 6 months, we right now have 150 people who we are working with in different stages of the business.
Ms. Godbole and the foundation as well, as there to help put this event together for us. And we'll definitely be working with them as CII. So as they grow, we will also help, Yash is not going to let me ask any more questions.
You can, okay, so you can connect with me at any point in time. Our contact numbers are on the website. So any suggestions, feedback, or if you just want to talk to us, we are more than willing to hear from you. Thank you.